Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, I've got a story for you that might just change the way you see the world and your place in it. It's a classic tale, one that has been told and retold, but its message is more important now than ever. It's the story of the little ant who stopped the elephant. Picture this, a vast, sun-drenched savanna. A herd of elephants, massive and majestic, is on the move. They are the kings of this land, their sheer size a symbol of unstoppable force. Nothing stands in their way. Trees, bushes, smaller creatures, everything makes way for the giants. Leading the herd is the largest of them all, a great bull elephant, proud and mighty. His every step shakes the ground, a rhythm of raw power. He believes he is invincible, that nothing in this world could possibly challenge him. Now, shift your focus. Look down at the earth, down among the blades of grass and tiny pebbles. There, a colony of ants is hard at work. Each ant is a tiny speck, almost invisible against the vast landscape. They scurry back and forth, carrying food, building their nest, working together in perfect harmony. They are small, so small that the elephant doesn't even notice them. To him, they are less than dust. Among them is one particular ant. Let's call him Gus. Gus is just like the others, small, diligent, and completely focused on his task. One day, the elephant herd's path leads them directly towards the ants' home. The ground begins to tremble. The ants feel the vibrations, long before they see the danger. Panic spreads through the colony. They know what this means. The giant feet are coming, and their entire world, their home, their families, everything they've worked for, is about to be crushed into oblivion. It's a terrifying, hopeless situation. What can a tiny ant do against a mountain of flesh and bone? The other ants scatter, trying to save themselves, abandoning their home in a desperate scramble for survival. But not Gus. As he sees the colossal foot of the lead elephant descending like a gray mountain from the sky, something inside him shifts. It's not just fear he feels, but a surge of courage, a powerful sense of duty to protect his home. He thinks of all the hard work, the community, the future generations. He decides he cannot just run away. He must do something, anything. So Gus does the only thing he can think of. He stands his ground, right in the path of the approaching giant. He climbs onto a small leaf to make himself just a little more visible, and shouts with all the might his tiny body can muster. Of course, his voice is no more than a whisper in the wind, completely lost in the thundering footsteps. The elephant doesn't hear him. He doesn't even see him. His foot continues its descent, ready to obliterate everything. It seems like the end. A futile, pointless act of defiance. But Gus doesn't give up. He thinks fast. He can't stop the foot, but what if he could get the elephant's attention in another way? He scampers down the leaf and runs directly towards the giant leg. With a leap of faith, he jumps onto the elephant's leathery hide and begins to climb. He climbs and climbs, a tiny speck ascending a living mountain. The elephant still has no idea. He's just walking, lost in his own world of power. Gus finally reaches his destination, the elephant's sensitive ear. He crawls inside, deep into the ear canal. And then, with all his strength, he bites down. It's a tiny bite, but it's in one of the most sensitive spots on the elephant's entire body. Suddenly, the great elephant stops dead in his tracks. A sharp, unexpected, and utterly maddening pain shoots through his head. He trumpets in confusion and agony. He shakes his massive head violently, trying to dislodge whatever is causing this torment. He stomps his feet, not in a steady march anymore, but in a frantic dance of pain. He has no idea what's happening. He looks around, expecting to see a lion, a tiger, some worthy adversary. But he sees nothing. The entire herd halts behind him, confused by their leader's bizarre behavior. The king, the unstoppable force, is being brought to his knees by an enemy he can't even see. Gus, inside the ear, bites again. The elephant roars in frustration. He's completely disoriented. The pain is unbearable. He starts running in circles, crashing into trees, his pride and composure completely shattered. Finally, in a voice filled with desperation, the mighty elephant bellows, "Who is doing this to me? Show yourself. What do you want?" From deep within his ear, a tiny voice replies, the voice of Gus. "It is I," says the ant. "I am the one causing your pain. You are about to destroy my home, my family, and my entire world without a second thought. All I ask is that you change your path and leave us in peace." The elephant is stunned into silence. An ant? A tiny, insignificant ant was the source of his misery? It was unbelievable, humiliating. He had commanded forests and rivers, but he was being commanded by a speck of dust. He felt a mix of anger and awe. This tiny creature, which he could crush without even noticing, had managed to stop him completely. It had found his one weak spot. Humbled and in pain, the elephant had no choice. All right, he trumpets. "I will spare your home. I will lead my herd another way. Just please, stop this torment." True to his word, Gus stops biting and crawls out of the elephant's ear. He scurries back down the giant leg and disappears into the grass. The elephant, still shaking his head in disbelief, turns his herd around. He leads them away from the ant colony, taking a different path across the savanna. The other ants, who had been watching from a safe distance, emerge from their hiding places. They are in awe. Their home is safe. Their world is saved. And it was all thanks to the courage and cleverness of one tiny ant who refused to accept his fate. Gus wasn't the biggest or the strongest, but he was brave and he was smart. He proved that you don't have to be big to make a big difference. So, what's the real takeaway from this story? It's a powerful reminder that size and strength aren't everything. We often feel like that ant, small and powerless in a world of elephants, huge corporations, massive social problems, overwhelming personal challenges. We look at the scale of the problem and think, what can I possibly do? I'm just one person. But Gus teaches us that even the smallest among us can have a monumental impact. It's not about brute force. It's about finding the right leverage point, the elephant's ear. It's about being creative, strategic, and brave enough to try. Your unique skills, your voice, your one small action, when applied in the right place at the right time, can change the course of events. Think about it. Every major movement in history was started by a few individuals who dared to stand up. Every innovation started with a single idea. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, can ripple outwards and change someone's entire day or even their life. So the next time you feel small and insignificant, remember the ant who stopped the elephant. Don't underestimate your own power. You have the ability to make a difference. You just need the courage to find your elephant's ear and the determination to take that leap. Your voice matters. Your actions count. You are more powerful than you think. Thank you so much for watching today. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories and inspiration. Until next time, remember to be brave, be creative, and never forget the power you hold. See you soon.